it didn't take any special knowledge, anything. It didn't have to go break out the dictionary to look up the definition of crushed depth. I just knew immediately when I saw the title there, when it came in the box. I saw it and I knew immediately that it was, the depth that you would be at and not want to have a PlayStation controller as the method of driving your sub around. Crushed Depth, it's the latest from David Andre and Tim Daniel with art from Alex Sanchez. It's on Mad Cave Studios, and it's about Chief Science Officer Liana Pearson. She's been aboard the Absolution, a highly advanced technical submarine, far beyond anything that I believe we have going for us today. So the time on this we don't know. It's probably a future, something along those lines, maybe a future dystopian. There's a little bit of some hints along the way. Chief Science Officer Pearson, she's been aboard the Absolution for a decade. And it just happens to be her birthday when it opens up, and her shipmates are celebrating, and they're having a bit of fun with her. They kind of freak her out, and she about panics and about loses it because they splash her with some water, and she thinks they have a breach, and she about loses it, which you can imagine, especially at 10 years. She meant she's writing a journey, doing a journal. And she mentions that it's 3,200 and some odd days. They've been down there for a decade that they've been aboard this ship, and they're celebrating her birthday this day, and they get called up to the bridge, and there's a beacon going off, and they've made contact with some kind of human contact, what they believe is human contact, for the first time in 2 years. They haven't had any contact with anyone outside of 2 years. And not only that, but this recording that they've stumbled on, this beacon that they've stumbled on, there's a couple of them. There's a military beacon, but then I guess there's a civilian beacon going on as well. And it's on a loop, and it talks about clean soil and about finding clean soil on land somewhere up above. So again, another hint that there might be, nuclear catastrophe, something along those lines. It poisoned all the soil, drove the people underwater at this point into various subs, because this beacon is from another vehicle, a large vessel, sea-bearing vessel, and they sent a drone in to take a look at it, and it looks like it's old wreckage, but the timestamp was 36 hours ago or something like that, and so it's all a bit weird and a bit confusing, and it gets real interesting from that point as they're looking around with the drone in there. They sort of see the barnacles and things on it, and then it kind of moves and starts to sort of lunge after them, and so I'm not sure what we'll get from the rest of that story, but it looked like something like maybe a kraken of some sort down there, and so we just don't know yet at this point. And it was a great first read, so we'll see about what happens with the rest of it. I liked the character. She was a little bit fun, a little bit kooky, just the way she was sort of crazed and lost her mind, and she's you see really at the opening of the book, it's a disaster, and the sub is headed for the deepest points of this crushed depth, where at some point there's going to be so much water pressure that it'll cause the sub to implode, and that's what you get. Things are going really bad. Let me tell you what happened, and so they go into it, and so I guess we'll find out. Crushed Depth, it's out in your local comic shop now. If you have that problem that a lot of people are having, where shops are closing down or they're just not reliable and not doing right by you, come visit us at Amazing Fantasies. Come visit us in Topeka, Kansas. Drop by the website, send us an email. We have tens of thousands of books in store, and if you get on the pull list for new books, it's free. You even get a discount off the cover price, 20%. AmazingFantasies.com. You can visit us there.